Imagine this. You're standing in front of a massive steel vault door. It looms over you, cold, unshakable. And behind that door, everything you've ever wanted. Freedom, wealth, that dream house, the love you deserve. Confidence so unshakable you wake up with zero stress. Now here's the crazy part. You've had the key the whole time. It's been sitting in your pocket since day one. But here's the tragedy. Most people never use it. They stand in front of that vault for years, knocking gently, hoping maybe, just maybe, it'll swing open on its own. Or worse, they sit down, lean against it, and decide this is just how life is. They never even try to open the door. If that stings, good. It means you're honest enough to admit you've been playing small. You haven't been asking for what you truly want. Let's talk about that. Most people will spend hours researching Amazon reviews, comparing TikTok hacks, clipping coupons to save $10 on sneakers. But when it comes to designing their entire life, they never write it down, never say it out loud, never ask. Heartbreaking, isn't it? You were given the ability to sculpt any destiny you want. And instead, most choose a routine they never even meant to fall into. Why? Because nobody taught them the first rule of getting what you want in life. Ask. That's it. Ask. You want more money? Ask. A healthier body? Ask. A loving relationship? Ask. Confidence, clarity, peace of mind, freedom? Ask. It sounds stupidly simple. That's because it is. The problem isn't the method. The problem is psychology. Because asking does two terrifying things. 1, it forces you to admit you want more. 2, it makes you vulnerable to not getting it. So people avoid it. They hide behind vagueness. They say things like, I'm not that ambitious. I just want to be comfortable. I don't care about money. I'm focusing on myself. Translation? They're scared. Scared of rejection. Scared of disappointment. Scared to want. But here's the truth. If you don't ask, you don't receive. Once you ask, clearly, specifically, something amazing happens. Your brain switches on. Literally, there's a filter in your mind called the reticular activating system. It tells your brain what to notice. And once you clarify what you want, the system goes to work. Ever decide to buy a certain car and then start seeing it everywhere? Ever commit to moving cities, and suddenly everyone you meet has a story about that place? That's not coincidence. That's your brain focusing in. You press a button, and the machine kicked on. You don't have to know how it all works. You just have to trust that it does. But here's where people get stuck. They think they need a perfect plan before they even ask. Wrong. You don't need a blueprint. You need a decision. Imagine walking into a restaurant. The waiter comes up and says, "What can I get you?" And you say, I don't know. Surprise me. Or maybe nothing. I'll just sit here. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly how most people treat life. The universe is ready to take your order, pen in hand, and you're sitting there mumbling, being shy, afraid to want something. Stop. Be clear. Be bold. Say steak if you want steak. Say love if you want love. Say freedom if you want freedom. It's not about deserving. It's about declaring. The problem isn't in receiving. That part's automatic. The real block is not asking in the first place. Why? Because asking makes you face your beliefs about what you think you deserve. And we hide behind phrases like, I don't want to be greedy. I'm just being realistic. I should be grateful for what I have. And yes, gratitude is beautiful, but don't let it become a shield for fear. You can be deeply grateful and still want more. That's not selfish. That's being human. So here's what I want you to picture. You're standing in front of the entire ocean, limitless water, endless abundance. And you show up with a teaspoon. You scoop it whispering, I hope this is enough. I don't want to take too much. Ridiculous, right? But that's how most people chase their dreams. They act like success is a tiny pie. Like if they take a slice, someone else goes without. But it's not a pie. It's an ocean. So stop showing up with a teaspoon. Bring a bucket, a barrel, a tanker. And here's how to do it. How to actually ask in a way that changes your life. 2 keys. 1, ask with intelligence. Don't be vague. Don't say, I want to be successful. Say exactly what success looks like. How much money? Where do you want to live? What does your body look like? What does your day feel like when you wake up? Describe it. Write it. Speak it. Vision boards aren't silly. They're powerful. They make you define your order. And once you do, your brain becomes a magnet. 2. Ask with faith. This is where adults get tripped up because they've been burned. They've failed. They're tired. So they approach dreams with, yeah, but it probably won't work. Meanwhile, kids ask Santa for a spaceship and believe they'll get it. They draw themselves as superheroes and know it's real. That's the energy you need. So here's the formula. Plan like an adult. Get clear, smart, strategic. But believe like a child. Full of wonder. Zero doubt. When your mind and heart line up, when strategy meets belief, the world moves. Try this for 90 days. Write down what you want. Specifically, speak it out loud. Visualize it. Expect it. And watch what happens. You've already tried it the old way. Working hard. Grinding. Stressing. How's that working out? So what do you have to lose by trying something different? Try it for 90 days. Then come back and tell me what happened. Because here's what I know. Once you taste the power of asking, once you watch doors open you didn't even know were there, you'll never go back. Because the world, it doesn't belong to the shy. It belongs to the askers. The ones bold enough to step up and say, this is what I want. This is who I'm becoming. And I'm not waiting anymore. So go ahead. Write it down. Say it out loud. Share in the comments if you're brave. And if this spoke to your soul, send it to someone who needs a push. Because we're just getting started. And I promise, you don't want to miss what's coming.